Hello, CNN, Fox Connecticut, Fox News, Fox Connecticut News, and other Connecticut news like WFSB, other networks. They were used criminally by a whole bunch of people associated with Fred Grisette and with my police chief's family, extended and foreign, and with locations at the end of the Borough Turnpike, before the heart of Hartford, and on off Trinity College with federal crimes, and on off the other campuses, intercities of each age, with child sex offenders further, with drug crimes further. Now, they said that a Soto family is involved with. I never had a conversation with a Soto family in my life. They demonstrated, confessed, and recorded this true. These are people involved with identity, with lying to your family. They attach everyone a fake conversation. That's recorded too. It's not even disputable. They attached recorded, attaching my family members to fake conversations with me and fake words, and me with fake conversation with them in fake words. They're forging names, switching names, preventing mandated law since I was a kid. Because there are a whole bunch of other natures of crimes. Not just where I didn't, in other words, I was never raped by them at my grammar school, but that principal sex offender that was recently proven to be that, they first forced that anyway, with other rape threats against the kids and their family members of the school and against me. And they're preventing me free speech because these are the same cliques that are now adults in these various natures of courts criminally involved who recorded crime acts rules when they were kids with federal criminals, with people with federal criminal co-defendants of former director of the FBI, in fact, Robert Luskin, with their crime acts roles with people associated with him leading up to and in the Trade Center attack context, leading up to and in a 2006 case with a defendant, former director of the FBI, and three of his federal criminal code defendants, crimes against me through time, and with their family members. Like one had a daughter in my grade involved with the people that are now with the Joe DeMoro, with two Mendez police, recorded and confessed and demonstrated through time crimes with various natures of courts, and judges with crimes with drugs with kids, and with a Dillon family, with other foreign and domestic military families, and foreign and domestic overt criminal enterprises, drug cliques, sexual circles, where they make confessions and stuff like that to strangers. Those are the only contexts they know the strangers in. Context they can't be honest about because that will reveal how they were using them for sequence shifts, how they were using them for database crimes that they can't have talked about. That's why they're exploiting phenomenal anomaly where you're not supposed to speak medical information. You're not supposed to speak about kids. They know they're doing that criminally because they're making things up about kids. These are crimes with child sex offenders. These are drug crime rules, gun crime rules with police forms not letting free speech, using guns, putting up guns on people, men and women head, that they're stealing the identities of me and others through time on Facebook and YouTube. Recorded wire crimes, lying about if you try to report that stuff because now that's it. We don't want to see the evidence. They're making evidence. They're forging names, switching names, stacking the switch names too, because of how the branches individually group, they're acting criminally too. They act criminally as a misprision, individually grouped and together, Wethersfield Police. Now they also acted criminally as grouped, hiding that with how they group. They have crimes with like a former Mayor Gold criminally involved, other retired and standing mayors criminally involved, and with child sex offenders as women roles, women judges, more than three women judges involved. Crime Acts roles with the child sex offenders, drug cliques with them, database cliques times. They're maintaining they're maintaining foreign domestic criminal foreign influence campuses positions on off them sustained criminal uses of them from off them tied to the method that they have gangs. They tell us the people that had the crime acts roles recorded for having facilitated them, like a whole bunch of Los Solitos, Italian overt criminal enterprises, and things like that are recorded and confessed involved with the police forms, with the as the entitled in time with the crime acts of WFSB and Fox CT, with police forms on and off their locations, also have criminally having used DACA against them and against us. Criminally using market positions, how that's tied to trained defenses of that and jobs trained to defend market positions, treatments of positive, where and how originally and still our obligation was to demonstrate how those ground to positive is fake. What needs to pretend to be other about that is offensively. It is doing it by pretending to be against white nationalism, for example, against pretending to be against prejudice and racism. For example, CNN is recorded doing that for criminal reasons because they know that they have intercultural. There's a whole bunch of people associated with I forgot his name, his whole family, all victims, but victim predator. Sammy Vega, all the people with the boxing spots. They're recorded and confessed crimes with judges, with various natures of police forms, on off Central Connecticut State College, Central Connecticut, and other campuses. Crime acts against me. Their crime acts roles with that having been used as one of the things to facilitate crimes against child offenders. These are black and white judges, crimes with KKK themed and Confederate flag themed database clicks, drug clicks, identity theft clicks as evidence crime roles, illusions hiding lie progressions tied to their crime action cases, further recorded, confessed, and demonstrated. They're preventing mandated law. They're preventing people from getting legal representation because of the crime methods they use. Forging names, switching names, influencing people to pretend they don't understand other people. I want to respond to the crime acts and threats and confessions related to the judges online. They know that's recorded. That was when they forced the principal sex offender. They arrested me for trying to tell on what I caught them doing with kids because they're caught. Because interbranch family members with their kids are real sick fakes. They attach me to fake conversations that were used criminally through time. Attach my family members to fake conversations. Attack little kids through time to fake locations, fakes tied to others. Now, these are the same ones, not just Washington, D.C., sick intercities through time, insidiously, categorically, sequentially. In other words, every time they have people that we influence that, they're doing it. They're influenced. Those courts are already, in other words, these are standing evil. We have no legal representation. Our American history is about freeing speech. These are people hiding behind notions of each title that are nothing, nonsense. They're valuing war. They're valuing hurting people because they're pretending they're caring about the service people. Oh, that's disrespect. They're fake. Now, we have election crime methods that maintain, against whoever wins, maintain recorded control over the fact treatment nature of them, obligated to respond to me. Not just because it's me. To many people, but they don't know how to word it. And the reason they don't know how to word it is people are offensively stealing our identities when we're trying to talk, while the branches are pretending they're making mistakes on purpose. They understand what we're saying. Now get them out. That's recorded. I'm not asking to talk about debatable. I want to know who thinks it's debatable, but criminally. It's different between debating something because you know you can pull off tricks criminally. It's the difference between saying you didn't do something and saying you didn't communicate something legally and not. And they're non-legally doing that. They use Comey against everyone criminally. Everyone. He's not worth nothing. He is worth nothing. The sequence shifts and his crime acts rolls with a pattern of crimes since before him were tied to Robert Luskin, former standing chairperson on RICO Law, former FBI director. Since before him, they were sick fakes. This is slavery. And they're going to have American history told. We're going to deal with really causing the shootings in the north end of Hartford on Garden Street. It's recorded tied to what Wethersfield Police Pizza down the street from them, on off the state judicial branch offices through time. Down the street from that, people associated with the Oliveri family through time involved with wire crimes with FBI people. Now involved with all kinds of child abuses through time, all kinds of election crimes. We have mayors retired and standing, criminally foreign influence, real sick here involved. Two cowards in the background. Now get free speech and get mine from the fake words they attach me to. And I'm down into branch. Come on, gather around. We need federal stewardships of Connecticut right now. And I want to respond for why they didn't respond for the crime acts I reported. They're pretending they don't understand people. They don't speak clear. Respond. Fix the fake news. They're using Facebook with child offenders, with medical offenders with kids, forging names, switching names, drug crimes, doctors. Get them down. Respond to me. Get up from the name switching for various nature of courts, various nature of cops. One, respond, you obligated now. Respond. These are behavior crimes with uses of Facebook, uses of other online platforms, their sensibilities. It's recorded. It's recorded. See, now this is part of the election crimes because they're still talking, they're still making opinions because they're told to by what was left criminally forward influenced, by our founders with no free speech. They have that now. Get down. It's not dictate. That's mandated law. Come on now. Get down.